So I've cut the first 4 pilot holes for the first latch. I'm now going to show you how I did that before we then come back, and I'll show you how we're going to fit the latch by stepping up to the slightly larger drill bit. Okay, so I've got the latch where I just want to measure out, if I can measure out where I want to put it. Sharpie, so just mark off where we want to make the holes. So I'm just going to line it up along the bottom and on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Grey on black, so it's not going to stay very well, but then use the centre punch just so we've got a little hole, little dent that the drill bit can then feed into. Okay, just make sure that's lined up. So, have we got 4 holes where the 4 holes are? Yes, we have. Cool, so we can go on to the drilling. So, 2mm HSS drill bit. I've got some drill grease just so it doesn't overheat the bit. And start off slowly. We'll drill these pilot holes. Another 4 pilot holes drilled. I've upgraded to the Cobalt 5mm drill bit. So basically just getting these holes now the right size for the screws. Just getting a bit more cutting grease using the pilot hole. And through we go. So you can see we've now got 1 5mm hole fully formed. Another one halfway through. The battery on the drill ran out of power, so I've put that on to charge now. So I'm going to carry on with some of the rest of the pieces. So I'm going to put the gasket tape down this rim. So same process that I followed before. I'm just going to give it a quick clean with some kitchen spray first, just to make sure there's none of the sort of machine oil left on it. Okay, so I've got all of the gasket tape on there. So when this shuts, you can actually already get an idea of what the seal's like. So do see how when the latch is on, the logic is it's going to pull it down against that gasket, hopefully for a tighter seal. Where there is these slightly higher ridges, I might even double tape those, but when we burn it in we'll see what the smoke looks like coming out of there. But yeah, so far so good. Now I'm just going to move on to, basically while waiting for the drill to charge up, I'm just going to go around all of the nuts and bolts with the RTV silicone and make sure all those are sealed up nicely as well. The smokestack is sealed on the outside, and I've done the inside as well. And then basically any screw, any nut that's poking through into the chamber or the firebox, I've given the RTV treatment as well. That reminds me, actually, I did read one thing about how with these latches, because they have a tendency to get hot and they can slide off, just sticking a bit of RTV in the end cap. And yeah, just like acting like a bit of glue or adhesive really, so I'll do that next. And then hopefully the drill will be charged up. It's been going for a while. The good news is though, we've got 4 and another 4 5mm holes. Did get through them all with just the 1 extra charge. It just takes bloody ages to get through, and I just keep stopping putting more cutting grease on just to make sure that the drill bits aren't gonna blunt up too quickly. So I'm going to fit the latches, and then I'll admit defeat for today. It's 10:15 now. Can't really carry on drilling through sheet steel, I guess, so I'll do that in the morning. But I did just want to get the latches on before going to bed. So the good news is the screws fit. So it's just as simple as 4 screws. There we go, it does fit, thank God. So I'm going to get these on now, and then I'll just quickly check back in before we finish up for the night, just to show you how they function. But yeah, get these on and then I'm going to call it a day. Okay, so we've got the latches on. So I'll just show you how that works. So if we shut the lid, and basically what we do is clamp it down there. Clamp it down there. And that is now both of those fixed. Theoretically a tighter seal. So just trying to fit the smokestack extension now. So done 4 2mm pilot holes, gone through those with the 6mm bit, but the screws are just slightly bigger, so I'm gonna have to go through with an 8mm bit as well. Drill's run out of charge again, so I'm just going to charge that up a bit. But what I will do while I'm waiting for that now is I can actually, I've just got a little bit of gasket tape left over, so I'm going to run that down the edges here and then some silicone seal across the top of that as well, so I can get on with that for the time being. But yeah, we're in touching distance now. Right, so we've done 2mm, stepped up to 6mm, stepped up to 8mm. I've done 3 holes, we've got 1 hole left. So hopefully the final piece of proper fabrication we're gonna have to do on this, we've got the 8mm cobalt bit, get some cutting grease on it, and then go to work. Yeah, there we go. So all we've got to do now is get the extender in place. Just feed these through. So we might have to give that a bit of a whack because of we've got to get it through the gasket tape. Perfect. That's through. Okay, first one done. I'll get those 4 bolted in, finish off the last bit of RTV, and I think we're there. So we've got the 4 bolts on. Just show you what's going on the inside. So you can see that's now totally fixed in place. Right, so we sealed up the chimney extension. I've sealed up, that's not my best work, but you're not really going to see that. Sealed up all where the little nuts and bolts are for the latches. So there's a lot of mess in here from when I was doing the drilling, so I'm going to tidy it all out, drag it outside, and then we'll finish it off. Right, so we've made it. I guess first thing to say is that I've finally hit that proud moment of where I now have more barbecues than I do children, so that's quite exciting. So I'm just going to put the last few pieces together. So I'm going to start off with the fire grates. So we're going to need 2 in the bottom of the main unit. One in the bottom of the firebox. So this was one of the other mods. So I've already put this together. There's just a few bolts that you had to put in. So this was flown in from America, so pretty heavy. Shipping was pretty brutal, but never mind. So there we go. So that, let's just position it a bit better. That is a full baffle. So what it's going to be doing is the heat's going to be deflecting off here and spreading out across the bottom. So it's just going to be basically evening out the flow of heat across the bottom of the grill. The water pan obviously needs to go in, but it's from the same company, but you see it's basically custom fit, so it sits quite nicely on the baffle. Okay, there we go. So all that leaves now is firebox. Really happy with this. I saw some on Amazon that just looked like you sort of like folded them up together and bolted them. You can see this is all expanded metal and then all welded together, really heavy duty, so very happy with that. So that can just slide into the firebox, perfect fit. So the only thing left to do now, stick on the front shelf, that's in. Okay, there we have it. I'll just shut it up and see what it looks like. Close these down. There we have it. So it's taken a while, probably about 3 times longer than I thought. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll be back pretty soon actually with the burn-in, and we'll talk you through how to season it and burn it in before we do the first kit cook, probably next weekend hopefully. Nice one. See you later.